Welcome back to another video on my channel. I am Isha, and if you don't know me, I am Isha in Darwin, Northern Territory, pursuing my Masters of Teaching Secondary from Charles Darwin University. It's been almost 2.5 months that I've moved to Darwin, and I have a complete series where you can know about the myths, the challenges, the university CDU vlog. I've got you covered with all those things, and if you're interested to know more about Darwin, to know more about the regional areas in Australia, you can definitely watch this video. Before starting with today's video, let me just tell you that what is the first thing and what are the couple of things that I am going to discuss in my today's video. So if today's video is about things that you need to know as soon as you come to Darwin. Things you need to know as soon as you come to Darwin, because there are lots of students, there are lots of people who are actually confused what to do, what should be their first step as soon as you've landed on this land of Aboriginals, Darwin, the Northern Territory. If you're interested, stay tuned, watch this video till the end. I can definitely say that it is gonna be helpful for you for sure. Alright, subscribe to my channel, like this video if you haven't already, and you can even ask me questions in the comment section or on my Instagram. The link will be there in my description box. Thank you so much. Let's just start with the video. Alright, so the first thing that you need to get done as soon as you move to Darwin is your driving license. Now again, talking about your driving license, the first thing that you need to do is you need to visit MVR for that, and you need to get your license sorted. Again, let's divide your license into two things. For example, if you are shifting from some other state, maybe if you're moving from Sydney, from Melbourne or some other state, then you need to transfer your license within first 3 months of your arrival over here. And the second thing, that if you're moving from some other country, like I moved from India, so I had my international driving license. So just in case if you have an international driving license, again, that is going to be valid over here in Northern Territory for 3 months, and then again you need to get a new one. So that's the first thing that you need to do as soon as, because this license process is going to take time. So maybe the first day or the second day you've moved to Darwin, just have a look, just visit excuse me, just visit MVR once and get your license sorted, because it is gonna take you time to get all those things done. Second thing, as soon as you move to Australia or you move to Darwin, like if you've just moved to Darwin, buy a new Australian SIM card, buy a new phone number. Obviously you will need that. I'll just give you my example. I have Telstra, it works well for me, I'm able to get good network from that. So buy a new SIM card for yourself. And then number 3, moving to a regional area is obviously not at all an easy job. Be prepared that you're gonna face lots and lots of problems. So you need to apply for tons of jobs, multiple jobs, as soon as you move to Darwin. Now how are you gonna do that? You need to distribute your resumes. Over here, for example, this is your resume. Just take a print out of it and distribute it wheresoever you want to get a job. You have to go in person, talk to them, show your interest to them. It's gonna take you 1 or 2 days to just distribute your resumes wherever you want to. Talk to people, show your interest. Don't be pushy, obviously. Show your interest that you want to get a job, and you will be a proficient person and appropriate person for their position, and you will be able to find one. Obviously, you can apply the jobs through Seek over here and the other portals that we have to apply the jobs, but I would personally suggest that go and meet in person. Try to show them that yes, you are the valid candidate, and you will be able to grab a job super soon. Okay, so yeah, and then so this is the sheet where I've noted everything what all I want to discuss, because I don't want to skip anything. Okay, fourth thing that you need to do as soon as you move to Darwin, that is you need to look for transport options. So there are 3 options over here. Number 1, you need to buy, if you can afford and if you have enough savings, you can buy a car. Cars are expensive over here in Darwin. Maybe you will not be able to even find a suitable one or a perfect one that you really require for your needs. So obviously cars are expensive, but then that is the one thing that you need to ponder over as soon as you move to Darwin. Number 2, if you want to buy a cycle. If you're a cycle person like me, you can even buy a cycle. And then number 3, that if you do not want to buy either car or the cycle, you just need to commute via bus. Then there are tap and ride card options over here. You can just hop onto the bus and you can ask for a new card from them. And just in case, if you're an international student, if you are an international student from CDU, if you're a student basically, so there's a card which actually helps you to commute for just $1 for just $1 across the city a day. So you can even get that, because that's also a cheap option. Okay, the next thing is that you need to open your bank account over here. Okay, now I'll tell you how. The first thing is that you need to have a proof of address. Number 2, if you will have a bank account, if you're getting a job, you need to get paid, then you need to give them your bank account, is it? So you have to get that done as soon as possible. And if you're moving, and also one more thing, this is just a quick tip from my side. This is what my agent told me. Since I moved from Sydney after 3 months, I was in India, and then I moved to Sydney for just 3 months. I was just on my vacation for that time, and then I just moved to Darwin over here. Since I moved to Sydney, so I had my bank account. I opened that in Sydney in Blacktown in Westfield, and then my agent suggested me, since I have to lodge for my permanent residency, I need to have some proofs for that. So my agent suggested me to open one bank account. Even if I have in Sydney, my agent suggested me to have one more bank account over here in Darwin as a proof of address and as a proof that yes, I am living over here. So you can also do that if you wish to, but that's completely optional. And then apply for TFN, tax file number. As soon as you move to Darwin, I think that you should apply for TFN, because obviously if you will apply for some jobs, you need to provide them your TFN number, which is your tax file number. And I'm gonna put a link of that TFN, like how to apply for TFN, in the description box. And then this is the main thing that I want to talk about, that is search for accommodation options. Now, before talking more about it, I'll just give you my example, what happened with me when I moved to Darwin. Back in Sydney, before moving to Darwin, I was looking for a house, but I couldn't get a good one. The kind of house, it should be a safe one. The kind of things that I was looking for, I couldn't get it. But then I just came across a person, and he said that as soon as you will move to Darwin, you can come and have a look, and I'll give you the house on these. He was Indian. Okay, so I said, okay, all right, when I'll come on that very day from the airport itself, I just went and I had a look, and I liked it. And then I called him again, and I said that I want to take the house, and then he refused. He said that because during that time only one other person came and he gave the advance first, and I was not able to give the advance. So he said no, that I won't be able. So I was clueless. I didn't had anything at that time. Number 2, and to be on the safer side, I had one more option. That was that, with the help of via Facebook, I searched for a house. And that lady told me she was she was a native of Darwin. So she told me that she's gonna give me a house for only 1 week, because might be her brother was coming or something like that. So as soon as I landed to Darwin, I asked her for the address, and I asked her that okay, I'm coming. I was already having the address. I asked her that I'm coming, I've landed, and then she refused. She said that I can't because my brother is coming. So I didn't had any options. I didn't had any option actually. So I was clueless. Obviously I went to a hotel for a day or so. I went to a hotel, I had to stay there, and then I searched for houses again on Facebook. By God's grace, I found a house, and on the very last moment it was a good one. But then that's how it is in Darwin, especially if I talk about dry season. You need to search your accommodation in advance. Again, there are a couple of factors. Obviously I also searched for my accommodation in advance, but every area in Darwin is not safe. You need to know that where you should find a house. There are a lot of, I should not actually say that, because I have come across certain incidents in Darwin that were not good, that were negative, and I was not happy about them. That's why I just want to bring this out in public, that every area, every suburb in Darwin is not safe. You really need to know that where you where you can live, what is safe for you, especially if you are a single person, especially if you're a girl. You need to know that where you should live. So I was also looking for other houses, but then they were in some unsafe suburbs, so I didn't want to live there, because obviously on the very first day, being alone, you know, I don't want to live at a place where I don't know what is going to happen at night, because I don't know them, I don't know the people with whom I'm going to live. So, you know, I share a house basically. So there were lots and lots of factors in my mind before. So this is what I want to bring to everybody's knowledge, that even, you know, this is not a thing that you have to do as soon as you move to Darwin, but before moving to Darwin, look for some safer options. Be sure, be confident that yes, this is going to be a safe place for you. And even if you're not able to find, then just move to Darwin, book some Airbnb or some hotel for a week. Obviously that is going to be quite expensive, but then book an Airbnb and then go and have a look, and then maybe you'll be able to find a good house. And yeah, also for international students, if you're an international student, you can also look for the options like IHD, that is IHD, or maybe Unilodge, and there are a couple of other options where you can also find the houses like Gumtree, realestate.com, and then flatmates.com.au. So all these are the options, and then there are a couple of suburbs that I can just mention. Obviously I'm just mentioning 2-3 over here. There are a lot of other safe suburbs, so don't say that these are the only things. So Nightcliff, that could be a good option. Stuart Park, the place where I was living, I've shifted now. So Coconut Grove, and I'm living in Darwin City. I also find that safe. So so these are just the couple of suburbs where usually you can find safe places for yourself. And then let me add some more things. This is optional. It really depends that what kind of job you're gonna do. So police check. Police check is required over here for a couple of jobs. For example, for aged care jobs, for disability jobs. There are lots and lots of people. Before moving to Darwin, I can even make a video on this. So lots and lots of people over here, they do actually certificate 3 of individual support in aged care and disability, or maybe they're going to do certificate 4 in disability, certificate 4 in aging, all these certificates, because there are lots of security jobs, aged care, disability jobs. And for doing all these jobs, I can make a video of this as well. You can let me know in the description if you want me, because I have been researching about all this. So if you're gonna do all these kinds of jobs, you need to get your police check done. So if you have to get your police check done, believe me, for that it is gonna take a lot of time. Again, you have to sit at least 15-20 days, or maybe 1 month at home and wait for your official documents to come. Maybe this criminal history, police check, OCA card, and all those things. So get it done as soon as you move to Darwin. If maybe on the second day or the first day only, you just get all these things done, so that all this documentation can be done as soon as possible. And then obviously if you're a driver, you need to get your license done, that as I've already mentioned. And being a teacher, so I had to wait for 1 month to get my OCA card, that is working with children card. I couldn't work because I didn't have that card. And so obviously if you're looking to work, again, these disabilities and these disability jobs and the aged care jobs, they also require OCA card. So just get this documentation done as soon as possible, as soon as you move to Darwin, because it is going to take almost a month. It took almost a month for me. Okay, now 9th thing that I've written for you is that please change your address. Please change your address in your bank account, in your health insurance. If you have some university portal, like if you have some CDU portal, just change your address over there. In your driver's license, change your address. Change your address everywhere, because that is going to be the official proof of everything that yes, you are in Northern Territory. And then my last super tip for everybody, that is join different Facebook groups. I'm gonna put the link of some of the Facebook groups in the description box as well. For example, you can join Indians in Darwin, international students in Darwin, CDU international students in Darwin, local events in Darwin, jobs and accommodations in Darwin, because these groups are literally gonna help you a lot. And yeah, so these are all the points that I've noted that you should do as soon as you're gonna move to Darwin. I hope that this video was helpful for you. And thank you so much. If you want to ask me something, you can ask me in the comment section. If you want to know some more things about Darwin, and if you have any queries about Darwin, you can ask me about that. I will be happy to help everybody. One more thing that I need to add, that I also teach IELTS and PT. If you're interested to learn more about IELTS and PT, if you're not able to crack your exam, if you're not able to get that desired score, I am here to help you out. I am going to add the link in the description box for that as well. You can just give me a call on the number which has been mentioned over here. I usually give one-on-one classes online as well as offline. Online here in online globally and offline in Darwin City. So I am available for the classes as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you soon in my next video. Let me know in the comment section what you want to see next. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.